Hey everybody, it's Bigsy People here again. Sorry I haven't really recording that lately. Well, obviously, record schedule and stuff. But I did miss a recording a week back because, I was sick. And Saturday because it was Monday after that. So kind of had pretty bad recording times. But, we'll get not get it done, the whole series, but we'll get the sports festival and state arc done this episode. Now we will continue, the video. Let's get to the video anyways. So after Deku had just completely vehicularly manslaughtered a human being and ashed them, a question, he just chilled for the week. Sometimes went to Ochako's apartment to see how she was doing. They go on multiple dates during the weekend, that free week. When you're dying. I'm kidding. But anyways, Deku Deku, well, after the week, the sports festival happens, and Deku gets ready and gets out to the hall. Waits for the thing to clear, and then Deku just kicks his foot, and he basically launches straight past the zero pointers. So he's already to the ending part. It's good. And then Deku starts, just air jumping. And then he does the spin attack that he did on Manobu, but on a smaller scale. Flings right to first place. Good job, Deku. He's just that good. First place for Deku, 10 million points. He doesn't care. So Ochako immediately joins his team. Ida joins his team because why not? And Tokiyama joins his team still. Let's even say Renata joins his team. Not because they're not because not because they both like women. Just because Renata's kind of like Sanji, but except Renata's far worse than Sanji. But anyways, Deku just has to be on two shoulders, which is Ochako and Ida's shoulders, and Renata is just holding on to Ida and Ochako's other arms, which is a weird pose, but it works. So Deku just immediately tells them that he's just gonna do something that's gonna make them win instantly. Not instantly, but will make them win. So Deku immediately just jumps off the shoulders immediately as the horse game begins. And Deku just starts kicking the air and flying up higher and higher and higher. Then he falls back down, jumps back and forth, so he just stays at one spot the entire thing. So no one can get him down. Even Baku tries to get up there, but Deku just spins and kicks him right back down to the ground. Luckily, Baku uses explosions to get back to his team. So Deku just keeps. Sanji tries to get up, but Todoroki tries to get up, but Deku just melts his ice before it gets up here. But yeah, Deku just keeps doing that, and then they game ends. Everyone that passed in the original passed, so I can do this easier. And so Deku, after you know what? No, instead of Meta being his teammate, it was Shinso, but Shinso couldn't really control them because Deku already jumped to this guy with the points, so he couldn't really do anything, so he just stood there. And that was this trap. Yeah, good job, guys. And that's Minute is still out. Afterwards, Deku gets ready for his fight with Shinso. Doesn't let Shinso get even a word in before Shinso gets his back popped, and then gets smacked so far that he gets outside of the ring instantly. So Deku basically teleported behind him, kicked him so hard that he went flying. Next round, Shoto versus Deku. Shoto keeps using his eyes, which just, yeah, he can't win. So Deku just keeps waiting until Todoroki starts using his fire, so they can have a fire to fire fight. But he's just not using his fire. So he gets confused and tells him why isn't he using his fire? It's his quirk. Both our quirks are active, but yours is just, I guess, 50-50, which I find insulting. Todoroki. Obviously, this doesn't hit as hard as, what if it's your quirk's not his, but Todoroki gets a bit frustrated for it, so he starts using his fire. And instead of going no, I can't use this fire, no, he just keeps using it. Yeah, Deku just starts, then Deku collects Shoto's fire with his kicks, and then does like a massive spin kick, but actually makes Todoroki dodge it so Deku can land on the ground, jump back up, and hit him with a Johnny Cage toe, uh, shoe hilt to the face, taking Todoroki out of the ring. That's how hard Deku's kicks are. They can just kick people that far. Baku versus Deku. Baku just immediately gets his stomach beat, kicks in, he vomits white stuff. I don't know why anime characters do that. You're thinking it's saliva? How do you have that much saliva? But Baku gets killed. I mean, Deku is the champion. He doesn't care at all, but cool, he wins. He then goes for his internships, and he decides to go with Gran Torino, because it looked like he's opening. He's open, but obviously he's only open to the one for all user. But Deku's the one for all user. But Gran Torino still accepts him, because turns out All Might doesn't have a one for all user yet. Yeah, this version All Might doesn't have a user yet. So Gran Torino trains Deku in the art of, flying kicks. Like the jump jump. And then then the Hosu attack happens and Deku chases after the bird animal, kicks it down actually, and burns its head off with Deku's foot. And then Deku takes care of some nose until he realizes that his friend is in this area and he's wondering where he is. So he decides to kill one more Nobu and then chase after, trying to find Ida. He finds her in an alley with Stain, who has just cut Ida's arm off. And so Deku gets furious and spins so fast that he becomes that he kicks his foot out, that he becomes basically like a guillotine, basically. And then Deku puts his hands on the ground, starts spinning so fast that it becomes like a like a airplane rudder. And so Stain turns around to hit Deku, but his blade just breaks on impact, and then Stain gets his entire body torn in half. Because it's not a blade, it's feet. So yeah, more torn than cut. And then Stain gets cut in half and dies. Then uh, gets picked up by Deku. Native was killed in this version because Deku took a bit longer, just a slight bit in this version for that. Afterwards, he visits Ida in the hospital where he's basically the room next to his brother. But what happened to Ida is he got a robotic arm. But he knew that this was permanent. There was no way he was going to get his arm back. So he decided to model it after his armor. But obviously, he put some tools in there to help him, like a freaking blade that attracts and reattracts, a flamethrower attached to his figure, and figure guns. The fire can become a figure gun. Pew 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 pew. So Ida can put his fingers out and then shoot a freaking figure guns. He doesn't know why he added that, but he just thought it'd be fun. Hey, a tragedy can sometimes be fun. You gotta make a tragedy something that is entertaining than what is sad. He always says. He never says that in the entire show, and will never say it. Because that's just bad line delivery. You always gotta look on the bright side, okay? So afterwards, Deku, chills after this shit arc. Well, it was a pretty easy arc, so no reason he would struggle there, because, you know, it's just a guy with a sword, and you can't really cut what you can't see. And Deku then just relaxes after that. Well, that's where I'm gonna leave things right here. Like, subscribe, hit the post notification bell. You already did that, so see y'all. Man, that was fast. Bye.